Dryrun simplifies financial management by seamlessly consolidating data from multiple sources into a single unified platform. Whether you're juggling data from multiple sources, entities, or accounting software, Dryrun pulls everything together, giving you a clear, accurate view of your cash flow and financial scenarios. You can save time, reduce errors, and make better informed decisions with all your critical financial data at your fingertips in one single place, especially with Dryrun's very clear, beautiful visuals. There are very many different ways that you can model scenarios in Dryrun and very many different uses for consolidation. One of Dryrun's superpowers is the incredible flexibility and control it gives you, meaning that there isn't a single correct way that you can model and plan your scenarios. So let me give you a few examples. What you're looking at here is a Dryrun forecast. If you're looking at a more in-depth demo or high-level overview of Dryrun, we certainly have a lot more videos in our resources page or our YouTube page that you can access. For now, I just want to focus on the consolidation part of this. What you're looking at here is a forecast that has multiple scenarios. Now, in terms of scenario modeling and scenario planning, as I mentioned before, there is not a single use case for Dryrun. There's multiple different ways that you can utilize it. One of those examples is with multiple locations or multiple entities. So now let's say that a company has different locations, one in Phoenix, one in Toronto, and they have a Seattle location. Now there's different things that you can do here. First of all, this could come from the same accounting software if you're using QuickBooks Online and if you're coding a lot of the transactional data by classes or locations. One of those locations can be each one of these. And you have the ability of filtering that information to every single one of your scenarios. The other way of doing this is by having different accounting files for each one of your scenarios, which you certainly have the ability to do. By doing so, you can import a different accounting file to each one of these scenarios. Now, the other thing that goes hand in hand with this is the ability to have a global currency that you have for the entire forecast, and also currency that you can set for each one of your scenarios. So each one of your scenarios can have a different currency that can then be live converted to your global currency for the overall forecast. Now, the nice thing about this is that one, you have full visibility into the cash flows of each one of those locations. But going further than that, you also have the ability to consolidate every single one of those locations into a single scenario. If you access our scenario functions, you will see that you have the ability of consolidating, and that will allow you to consolidate multiple scenarios into one, or you can do the exact same thing, but with the merge option. The difference between consolidate and merge is that consolidate is a read-only view, and merge will allow you to actually edit all of the transactional data within the new scenario that you have created. So this is one example. You have multiple locations, multiple entities. You're able to separate each one of those locations into its own scenario and then consolidate it to see the overall health of the organization, accounting for all of those entities and locations. Now let's talk about a different use case. A different use case is, let's say that you have your main forecast for this particular company. You have your baseline forecast, you have created all of your projections, you've done some cash management, and you have a really good starting point. And now you want to start looking at different, perhaps what ifs and scenarios, different hypotheticals. What if we are looking at a project and we add project A in a different scenario? You have your baseline forecast, and then you're splitting other scenarios by entering information, whatever it may be, or even filtering transactional data. And then you can split them by projects, project A, project B. And then you have the ability, same thing, to consolidate what you already have to see what that would look like. You have your baseline forecast and you consolidated it, you merged two together, whatever it may be, into two other scenarios. You have your forecast plus project A and forecast plus project B. So now you have the ability of comparing and contrast the two different scenarios that have consolidated data from other ones that you have above. Now, another quick example is budgeting. Dryrun allows you to do your budget just as easily as you would do your projections for your forecast. Now, there's different ways that you can do it. You could have an entire budget for your entire company, or you could even go further down and split those budgets by departments, or maybe even projects, maybe even deals, whatever it may be. If you're a nonprofit, you can certainly split that by locations and whatever budget you may have. And the nice thing about Dryrun in its consolidation feature is that you can always roll it up to a master budget. So what I did here is I have my marketing budget, just a very high level quick example, and I have my sales budget. And then I did the exact same thing with my scenario functions. I consolidated it so that I could have a master budget. And I then moved all the way to the top so that I would be able to see it. Now, you could even do further than this. You could have your forecast on top of this in a different scenario, and you could compare and contrast your master budget versus your forecast and see exactly how you're performing against your actuals. There's so many different things that you can do with Dryrun, so many different uses that you could utilize it for. It's not a one solution for every single one of the clients. It always varies depending on, if you're a CFO, if you're an advisor, if you're a business owner. There are many other examples. There are many other use cases. There is no limit to the number of scenarios, what ifs, hypotheticals that you can have in Dryrun. So if you have any questions or you would like to learn a little bit more about Dryrun's consolidation feature and what you can do with its consolidation feature, please send us a message. Just reach out to us in chat or send us an email and we'll be able to get back to you. Thank you.